sitting silently among the graceful Spanish moss-draped live oak trees of central Florida, a granddaddy of the Air Force cruise missiles sits dutifully where it was placed on public display almost 40 years ago. Today, on this warm spring April morning, a group of Air Force veterans met on a mission to save this piece of Air Force history. These Air Force veterans met to prepare a CGM-13B Mace Missile, a Cold War-era missile, for its long-distance move to its new home, its new duty station. Veterans drove from as far away as Raleigh, North Carolina, and Atlanta, Georgia, and from all over the state of Florida to help prepare the Mace B for its 800-mile journey to its new home. Removing the brick from around the base of the missile appeared to be the very first task. However, a lot of planning and a lot of design had gone into this prior to the very first brick being pulled off of the stand. Max Butler and Roger St. Germain built the cradles from scratch. Planning for the move began in early February 2010 when John Gibbs, a member of the very first Operational Missile Squadron in the U.S. Air Force, and his wife, met with Max and Lois Butler, the membership director and treasurer of the TAC Missileers Association, for dinner. John mentioned the Mace B located in front of the American Legion Post 18 in Wildwood, which he had driven past often. Max became interested and dropped by the Legion Post a few days later and discovered the post was actively trying to relocate the missile to a different location. Max knew that Frank Rolls, a fellow TAC missileer and member of the Indiana Military Museum, was looking for just such a missile. Mounting the shipping cradles to the flatbed trailer was among the first order of business. However, the very first order of business was to get them out of Max Butler's truck and onto the trailer. And once again, Max displayed his 7-level skill set. All measurements that had been made in earlier meetings were checked and then rechecked. The brick facade actually covers a steel frame that the missile actually sets on, and it has collapsed on the forward section of the frame. There are guy wires fore and aft of the missile. The aft guy wire is as taut as a guitar string. The missile must be lifted up off of the frame slightly so that the two mounting bars that actually secure the missile to the ground can be cut. The missile must be supported by a crane before any serious operation underneath the missile can be undertaken. Once the missile is securely in the crane sling and slightly lifted up off of the frame, cutting begins. Both bars must be completely severed to free the missile. Both cables fore and aft must also be cut to free the missile. It will then be raised off of the pad and swung slightly to the right and set gently on the ground on the waiting stand. Cutting the final cable, the aft cable, will free the missile, and it can be lifted free of its stand. For the first time in 40 years, the missile slowly lifts off its cradle. As soon as the missile is safely on the sandbags, work immediately begins to remove the wings, and the first snag is encountered. The crown panel is mounted with 3 of the correct bolts required, and 1 Phillips head screw that was scrounged from somewhere, and it turns out to be frozen completely solid. Using the aerospace tools of yesterday's modern airmen, a sledgehammer, a cold chisel, and a good right arm, the situation is soon resolved. Well, not that soon. The first unplanned obstacle is overcome, and we are on our way.
Believe it or not, you can still smell JP for that. Really? Yeah. Here, over here. I know.
Positioning the trailer is the next step. The frozen shoulder bolts in the wing had taken longer than expected. However, it did not turn out to be a major showstopper. However, mounting the wings on the trailer proved to be snag number 2. The wingspan of the Mace is 22 feet. However, wingspan and the length of the wing are 2 different items, and the wings proved to be 1.5 feet too long. While Max was trying to resolve snag number 2, snag number 3 soon presented itself. The stabilizer had to come off, and it soon proved to be almost impossible. Graham Trucking came through with a wrench from their shop that solved the problem.
Is that moving? Where's we got to get their names. We got to get their names because they got to get in the credits on this.
The solution to snag number 2 had also been found. By moving the bulkheads on the truck, the shipping cradles, and expanding the first and second cradles further and further apart, allowed room for the wings to be stored forward instead of aft on the trailer. A little maneuvering, a little pushing, and soon snag number 2 was resolved. Snag number 3 had met its match with Lindsay Cosby of Graham Trucking. Well, we decided it might make a good barbecue pit. Maybe.
He's on the other side of the wing. All right, it's looking less and less like a. Now it's up. Where's the two drivers? How do they want to do this? Hey, Gunny, how do you guys want to handle this? What do you want to do with it?
I have no idea. That's the wrong guy. My knee-jerk reaction was turn upside down.
Yeah, I don't know if they can carry it like that.
It's too wide.
Too high.
Too wide, too. I said it was like 3 inches too wide to stay with. Take it off.
What would have been snag number 4 was avoided when it was decided to take the stabilizer as an entire assembly, turn it, and strap it to the front of the trailer in front of the missile. The original plan had been to remove the stabilizer, the vertical stabilizer from the horizontal stabilizer, so we'd have two components. It was decided that by turning it correctly and angling it, it would fit on the trailer. Snag number 4 was avoided.
Get to this other access panel.
Y'all ready for 2 of them? Take both?
Yeah, it's got a bolt.
The actuator bolts in the front. Oh, yeah.
Well, actually,
just slide
The next to last phase begins, lifting the missile, the fuselage, onto the trailer. Max's planning and his construction will soon be tested. Absolutely perfect. Max's 54 inches is exactly what's called for. In fact, the cushioning that was added later has proven to be too thick and must be removed. The original construction is so perfect that the missile fits snugly without any gap whatsoever.
Oh yeah. What I'd like to do is I'd like to everybody walk up in front of the camera, tell us who you are, what you're with, and I'll get it on film. That way on everything when they do it here. Max is working his ass off.
I know it.
Strapping down the stabilizer becomes the last major issue before the truck is ready to roll. the TAC missilers who came together to prepare this missile for its move to Indiana are launch people, maintenance people, some engine and airframe, some guidance, some controls people, some radar people. Never worked together as a team before, but today has come off beautifully, and everyone has done their part. Our thanks to everyone involved.
Autobahn, wir sind wieder auf der Autobahn. Der weiße Mittelstreifen glänzt im fahlen Licht. Der Regen nimmt uns fast die letzte Sicht. Auf der Autobahn, unser Rodi ist schon vorgefahren. Soundman David hat sich Tee zu Haus gebraut und Frankie träumt von seiner neuen Braut.